Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We will be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Mama Raziya Curtis, Andrea Hetheru, and Deitra Covington. Enjoy.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Mama. Deitra, you came to Earth yesterday.
I came to Earth yesterday. I sure did. I did. Yay.
We are so glad you came here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you.
That's all right.
Give
Give thanks.
this day with you in our presence.
Yes, it's good to be here. Woo.
Well, like I said, I hope that your parents had as much fun and joy and beauty making you as you have shown up to be.
Aw, I'm sure they did. Yeah, it was great growing up with them guys.
Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet.
Yeah.
All can't say that. So
that's true. So true. So
that's not a given. That's not a given.
It's not. It's not. It's really not.
And it's why mind-blowing when they say we chose them.
Right. Well, I learned a lot from them. So yeah, they gave me a lot to live.
Choice.
Yes.
You know, it's also said that the children come to teach the parents too.
That's right.
Because I know my little one sure has enlightened me, especially when you need to see yourself because you don't know yourself, and then you get to see it come out in the wash. Oh, that wise tale is a true one.
Yeah, and she was a cutie too.
My little boop-de-boop.
That's right.
Yes.
My little boop-de-boop. So welcome and thank you so much, Creator, for allowing us this space, this time, and the ability to communicate and be with one another in this way.
Yeah.
So it's time for roll call, Boogie, check, cause my name is Ed. Hey, and I'm a host. Hey, and who's
I'm a host. Hey.
What's your name?
My name is Deitra. Yeah.
Hey. And then we got who's next?
My name's Aduni. Queen Aduni is
Hey.
My name is Evelyn.
Hey.
Mama Evelyn.
Yes.
Hey.
We got some invisible people here. Who are the invisible people? Hey.
The indisposed.
Hey.
My name is Juanita.
Hey.
I come to see you.
Hey.
I'll take you.
It's a party. Hey.
I love it. That was so sweet.
Party. It's a birthday party.
Hey.
It's a birthday party.
So yes. So Juanita had a birthday last week. Now Juanita.
Yes,
Mr. Juanita had a birthday last week. So you're a Virgo?
I am so Virgo. Unapologetically. Yes, Lord.
Hey, that Virgo energy is something powerful and magnificent.
Oh my God. You know, all of ours is, but it's just something real different about being a Virgo. And I love it.
It really is.
Yes,
and then we got last week we had the Virgos covered. This week we got the Libras covered.
Balance us out.
We bringing on the balance.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you. We had that Virgo we needed.
Yeah. So the Virgos help keep us visually knowing what needs to be taken care of
Ooh,
All right.
yes.
Put
Your
it in
details.
perspective, okay?
Yes.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Can we
Yeah.
balance
Thank
this
you.
out?
So important. All right. So give thanks for the lives of our sisters who are here,
Yeah.
helping us keep it together. So I'm
Yes.
going to dig into the Isis Oracle deck today.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
So let's see who shows up. My Isis is a Virgo. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, my baby is a Virgo. She's 21. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's grown. She's a grown person.
All right. Okay, so here is our card for the day.
Oh, nice.
It is the flower of life. Uh-oh. I love it when Elizabeth shows up in the cards. You are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest and instead allow them to do so.
Wow.
Don't
Beautiful.
resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now
All
is the
right.
time for your blossoming.
Ooh, I received that.
That's rich. Ashe.
And it, are these Elizabeth cards? This is Elizabeth card.
Hey, let's call them that.
I love it.
That was wonderful.
Flower of life. That's all right.
Flower of life.
So she has the eye of Heru on her face. She has her hawk. I'm gonna take notes of this
Wow.
costume. Take notes of this costume. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I heard I'm gonna pull that up one at some point where this sister is talking about the hawk and Queen Elizabeth that just passed. And the whole queendomship and the significance of the hawk and yeah. It was
That represents Heru.
it was deep. It was so deep. And the kingdomship and the hawk.
Right.
And that hawk can do good or bad.
Right. The
And I'm
symbolism.
certain it was, right. And and she was comparing it with Snow White. Oh, y'all gotta hear this. The
Oh,
story.
Queen, where did you see that? Was it on YouTube?
It was on, I believe it was on YouTube. I saved it.
Okay. Good. I'd like to see that.
We can watch it, that was one that there's a lot of comments behind that.
Oh, yes. I'm sure.
She was breaking it down astrologically, she was doing the cards and all of that and what she showed, because it was about the world. That's where her gift is. It was like, whoa. It was deep. Yeah, we'll get
That's something, because Sunday when I was being the docent at the Woman House, I happened to take a little walk outside, and it was so beautiful and bright and sunny, and I had to block the sun so I could see, and there was a cluster of hawks above.
Oh,
I usually only see one or two, but
yeah.
it was like 15, 20 of them. They had a little pattern. I wanted to take a picture, but when I took a picture with my phone kind of couldn't see them. I was like, wait a minute, I know I see what I see.
Right.
But the lady that was volunteering with me, she was saying that she's been seeing packs of them on the ground.
Really?
In her neighbor's yard. So I'm gonna write this word down. Gonna have to look up this spirit totem, because that's the bird of the day that we're talking about. So you might want to look up that spirit totem. We'll do that a little later. I'll go into that a little later.
Okay, cool.
So we want to kind of change the format. I want to move the movement towards the middle when we do the when we do the off of social media and on to Zoom only.
Okay, so we're not on social media at all.
Right, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with the format, because when it pops up, I want to be ready.
That's right.
because more people are in the session in the more in the middle sometimes.
Yes.
We've already had a nice little warm up already. Thank you, Queen Aduni. That was awesome. I
That
would
was
have known
great.
how to put my little belly stuff on my hips and everything. All right. So we did have a little homework. Did anybody, I see a ball in Deitra's office. Did anybody go get their balls from Five Below?
No, I didn't know that was an assignment. My mama has one down in the basement.
You need to
Yeah,
pull it
I've got
up.
one in the garage.
Yeah.
I've got one in the
Yeah.
garage. I think it
Okay.
still works.
So I'm going to reassign.
Okay.
Deitra got her ball. Now I do need to blow mine up. Hey, Star, I see you over there.
You look nice.
Thank you. Yes, I beamed down from the planet Venus today. I have on my spacesuit.
Ooh.
Oh, then I had the right music for you, baby.
Yes, you did. I was like, oh boy. Okay, so yes. So I don't know what size or whatever, but Five Below has these, so you can get them for $5. Only $5.
Only
$5 at Five or Below, or go get one from your friend who's not using theirs.
Right.
All right.
All right, that's our assignment for next week.
Yes.
Okay.
$5 balls. That's all right. So Deitra, what is the yellow one? Is that something different?
It's smaller.
Oh,
The gray
okay.
is bigger and the yellow is smaller. It's the
Okay,
same
great.
thing.
All right. So now another thing we can do some of the exercises that I like. I'll call them movement just to keep in the movement zone. I like to use movement
Okay.
because then I can be the expert of
Okay.
movement for my body.
That's right.
Mhm. Right. So our topic today is mother and daughter rituals. So what I really wanted to do is just basically really have a share of mother and daughter rituals. Now, I just wanted to show you all some images that may bring back some memories. Okay, wait a minute. Let me do this thing. Doody-doody-doo. Let's see. I don't know if I can hold this and suspend this. So, can you all see that screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, check out these products that we used to use on our hair.
Oh my goodness.
We're talking Royal Crown,
Yeah.
Ultra Sheen,
Ultra
Hair
Sheen, yeah.
Food, Sulfur 8,
Right.
Furries, Blue Magic.
Yes.
We used to use grease.
We did. We sure did.
And Mom would get that comb and part your hair and
Right.
oil that scalp right there.
That's right.
Part it oil.
That's right.
And you're sitting between her legs. And she, like my mom, she would oil my scalp. We would shampoo my hair, oil my scalp, and she would brush my hair 100 strokes.
100 strokes.
Wow.
right.
With the
Yes.
Stanley brush. The Stanley brush. Did you see the Stanley brush? The Stanley brush and comb set right here. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
And then you had the baby version.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, come on with it now.
Yes. Yes.
So that was a part of the ritual. Now, there was a video. I have to share this one. There was I guess the woman was her grandmother. And so the young lady was sitting in between her legs and she just kept saying, you know, she's going on like this. And she said, what's wrong? She was like, Grandma.
No.
She was like, girl, I'll be finished in a minute. She was like, you need to go. Why? You know, it was so funny. It was just hilarious. But you know, we don't think about all the things that are factors. I just love that. I just loved it because she was doing her best
around here.
Yeah, she was doing her best to be respectful. She was like, "Ma, come on now." She was like, "I'm almost done with your hair. If you sit still, I can get done." And she was kind of like, "No, you need to go take care of that." But I just love that. But that wasn't an issue with my mother and I because it was just the hair. You know, we're gonna get this hair brushed and oiled, and that's something that I see that we've moved away from. But when we sat with Mom
That was
or
our
whoever
bonding
our
time.
caretaker was, that's when we had conversations.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
That was
right.
our therapy.
That was our bonding time.
That's our bonding time.
Yeah.
And something that really bothered me when I was looking at it, I'm looking at the relationships that we have changed that tone of, women aren't able to work together. But to one of the things that I think is missing from our womanhood is that I'm not saying don't go to I respect and love the hair salon, but there are some people that never touch their own scalp.
That's right.
That's a self bonding, or letting someone shampoo your hair. That is a bond time with women. That's therapy. That's counsel. It may not. I'm not saying it's can't call it a practice or whatever, but our hair, the people that take care of our hair technicians, if you will, that's bonding time and counsel time when we talk and share things
Right.
that are going on in our lives. And the only way for us to grow is to share. We can't grow without sharing. They say not to tell your business. You can mask it. Uh, what do you say? A friend of mine to
Right.
keep from telling the actual details, but we need to share experiences because that helps us grow. Or if
That's
someone
true.
comes, if someone comes to that moment, they'll say, "Oh, I can call so and so. They've had to deal with this." You know, but I just
So
think,
true. So true.
yes, I just think that it's so important that we have that time, you know, and our own heads, our own hair. There are different relationships that we have as women with our own hair, where back in the day, we dealt with our own hair. We had it styled or groomed, if you will, shampooed and whatnot. And now it's just, lay. And I respect the other hair, but we have to be mindful of the things that are being used in those other uh, products that we have encountered. But again, it's all about the conversation and sitting with time with our elders and our grandmothers. I know when I went to go see my grandmother in Gary, Indiana, she always had the comb ready because the first thing we're going to do is scratch her scalp. She was like, "Angie, come sit with me."
Right.
And I love doing my grandmother's hair. Well, I didn't
Yes,
really
yes,
style it or anything, but just that whole essence of putting my hands on her,
yes,
loving on her, and we talk, how was your trip and whatnot. So those moments are very precious. Isis had a chance to bond with her great grandmother because great grandma Ruby would do her hair when we went to California. Isis sat between her. That was like such a moment, like a
oh,
milestone. So I just wanted to have you all just round robin. If you have those experiences, please share. And it could be your sister, a friend, or whomever you had that time with. I just like to, share stories.
okay. I would love to share. Yes, and it comes to this hair, and believe it or not, I am tender-headed. So it was always tough for anybody to do my hair. I don't even like anybody to touch my hair. But anyway, and I'm still tender-headed all my life. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so anyway, but it started, my mother, of course, was the one that would wash my hair every 2 weeks, whatever she would do. And then, she would do it, we did press and comb. She wasn't no braider, she was a presser. But but then in the summertime, she would like my sister to braid it. Oh my goodness. And that sister of mine is heavy-handed. So
Oh,
she would French braid, but she would do it so tight. I was like, good gracious, So anyway, but in the summertime, I would sit there with my sister, and she would braid my hair in a pretty corn roll it, however. But it was very wonderful when it was done. But my head would be sore, but that was okay. But that was a bonding time with my mom and my sister. My mom would wash and turn it over to my sister. So that was good. Yeah. So but it's so beautiful now because now my sister's daughter, she's really into hair too. She does the natural twist outs or something like that. So that's what she does. But yeah, so I have other things I want to share, but I'm going to stick with hair. But it started with my mom and my sister for that. Yep. And I have 2 boys, so I couldn't carry it. So
it was between me and my mom too. She was a presser also, but she
Yeah.
could braid, but it was just regular braids. It wasn't cornrow. She didn't do that. But yeah, it was press. I remember when she thought it was a good idea to dip the hot comb in the grease and then go to my head, and I had this scar right here.
Oh,
And I remember when she realized that I was pressing my own hair
oh,
well, and she walked in on me and she just looked and kept going because I thought she would be mad, but she wasn't. So I
okay.
started taking care of my own hair. I was taking care of my own hair before that, but that's when she saw that I was like using a hot comb.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it was
Without dipping it in the grease.
yeah, no, I didn't do that. Um, and my aunt was a hairdresser, and her daughters did hair. And my favorite cousin, I'm gonna say it, she's my favorite cousin. She's older than me, and she's had some health problems, but that's how, because she was always on, on assistance, but she had 4 kids, and that's how she made her extra money.
Uh-huh.
And she was organized and was a coupon queen, and that's how she did hair. And I would go up there every every week or so and just hang out, and then I would take her shopping and stuff. And yeah, and so that's the way me and my daughter. But I think I got a perm one time, and I had it for maybe a year, and I didn't do the every 2 week thing,
Yeah.
when you touch it up. I waited like 4 months.
Okay.
I wouldn't let them I wouldn't go. And then my girlfriend would do it for me because I said it's too expensive to go. The first time I went, it was this young lady, and I went to her apartment, and I said, okay, but I really like having the versatility of my hair. So, I press it and I flat iron it, but in the summertime, that ain't happening. I braid it up and just keep it going.
Right.
And I do my daughter's hair. She's never had a perm. Um, yeah, so right now she's with the 2 braids, and
how old is your daughter?
she's almost 40. I'm still doing her
Oh,
Never
hair.
had a perm?
Please teach your daughters how to do their hair. They do their own hair. I didn't do that, so I'm still doing her hair.
Oh, she's a virgin. She's a virgin, a hair virgin.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
anyone else?
We would celebrate that at the shop. When we first got the full shop,
Uh-huh.
and a person came in and they would give us that story,
Uh-huh.
we would all stop and celebrate that she's a virgin. We say, she's a virgin.
Oh my goodness.
She never had her hair permed at all.
Right.
She's a virgin in the house. She's a virgin.
Oh, that's neat.
We would celebrate nappy hair. We would celebrate all that. But my mom, there were 4 girls, and I was the oldest. So I had 3 that I would take care of their hair. And but my mom, let me tell you, that little heifer, she tricked me one time. So the girls, I'm in elementary school, and the girls come to pick me up, and I'm sitting between her legs. My friends are sitting right in front of me. There's about 3 of them. And she's telling me that she's going to put a lot of little braids in my hair.
Uh-huh.
And I am sitting there in front of my friends just crying because I did not want a lot of little braids in my hair. Right? And, so she would just play around with it. It ended up, I had 3 braids in my hair, right?
Oh, wow.
I'm so caught up that I can feel her fingers separating, and she's putting all these little, Aunt your mama braids on me and stuff. That's how I'm sitting there looking. And then here she is when I get up, I got 3 braids in her hair. And 3 or 5, maybe 5 braids in my hair where she done sectioned it off. You know,
Right.
the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5. So that was one that I really remember about Mama.
Yes.
And her, fooling me like that. But yeah, and then I did, the others. And I was quick to take over so that my mom can take over dealing with me, so my mom can take care of the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
That made sense.
Yeah, but that was, and then all of us would be in the kitchen. So all of us would be in there talking and stuff,
Yes,
That
wonderful.
kitchen, man, that kitchen is where some
That's
bonding
the place.
is right there. The bad thing about the bonding is when she's hurting you, I'm sure, Deitra, you experienced that. It's hurting, it's too tight. And then you get this. Be still. I said, and you're going crazy, So but yeah, those are good times, sitting in the kitchen doing hair, because we wasn't dealing with extensions, so you didn't have hair all over in the refrigerator or anything
Right.
like that. You're just sitting there and maybe close to the, if you're not going to get your hair braided, you'd be close to the stove. And then of course when the perm came, then that was another story right there. But
Right. So Juanita, did you have any hair ritual stories to share? Because I wanted to ask some questions.
Yes, and yes. I hope I'm not showing my whole indisposed self. So I'm glad we're not on social media. And I know it's gonna be recorded. So I'm gonna take myself off video because I have to hold the
Fine,
phone
you
up.
checked in. It's all right. You're excused.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Okay.
flash.
Thank you. So yes, so my mom, she washed my hair the other week and used Tame in my hair because, quote unquote, I had natural curly hair. I tell you, somebody should have smacked that little girl and got her together because she wore that out. Yes, I have naturally curly hair. I mean, they put that back in my face. I can't live it down. Anyway, she would press my hair and she'd have it looking so gorgeous, more gorgeous than I wanted to look. I never wanted to own that, being gorgeous as she made me. And so that was a beautiful experience. But the experience of a lifetime was the experience, the mock hairdresser experience that my 5-year-old granddaughter and her twin brother gave me. So she was in my hair, and I was at her shop, and it was the most awesome experience that I've ever had because she treated me. She says, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna give you the best experience. I'm so good to my customers. And would you like some water? Oh, just massage her hands and feet while I finish doing her hair." And oh my God, I can't tell you all the little details. Are you comfortable? Are you warm enough? I want you to feel good. And this girl, I tell you, she got customer service finesse already when she wants to use it. But I'm looking forward to my next experience with her because even though she didn't do a thing to my hair, but just playing it, and I wound up looking like boo-boo or whatever. But honey, that experience, that customer service experience, you can't tell me, my soul was so uplifted. And so there's power in how our, hair caregivers treat us in the process. And baby, she's got it. And I don't know, I can't wait. You know how our kids show these different talents and you like, oh, you could be so great at this, and then it never shows up again because they find some other kind of talent or something.
Exactly.
Prayerfully, it'll come back up. Every now and then she'll offer me, do me do your hair again? So it just hasn't been the right time. I'm like, I'm going someplace else where I can't keep looking like I will be looking when she gets through with me. But the experience, I am so looking forward to having that experience with her again. Yes.
That's beautiful, Anita. So we're talking about that wonderful imagination right there.
That's
Oh
right.
my God.
So
I got to get her mama camera to have in the house because she performs. It's not a performance. She has these experiences all day, every day that really do need to be recorded. If she knows she's being watched, it shuts down.
okay. Well, I
But
need
this
to schedule an appointment.
oh, okay. And yeah, and it would be a matter of just spending enough time that she's comfortable with you just become a part of the scenery in the house, and then
Yeah,
she'll come on out with it. Yeah.
that's all right. I love it.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that I wanted to talk about. So I'm remembering, like, with my mom and I, we had the comb and brush experience. But with Isis, when Isis got here, I was twisted.
Yeah.
I twisted that baby up from day one. and and it was so funny because there were times when she didn't have locks, but Isis had locks first, I think. But I remember when she had braids or when I would twist her hair, I would, my thing was I need to put her in front of the television. But Isis would ooh and ah. I would stop and not do nothing. And she would go, ooh, ah, ooh. And I'm like,
That sounds like me.
I'm not even touching you. So I don't know if it's from me, if it's memory, if it's trauma. I don't know. But and sometimes I think that, we might take out combing and brushing on our children when they've been, busy or, because, like, why are we being so not,
So
why
rough
are you
today.
not
Why are you so rough today?
why you so rough? What kind of day did you have? Because that energy goes into who you're working with.
That's
Really
true.
good looking.
That's true.
Right.
But I'm trying to think. Did I have another one? That was my funniest right there. But the other funny one was when we cut our locks, and it was really embarrassing because we didn't have a comb or a brush in the house because it was years of locks.
Right. You didn't
And
need
I was
it.
like, I cut everything, and then I went,
What we're going to
I had
use?
to go get a fork. I had to go get forks to come in the house. And it was really something that I hadn't paid that attention, but I didn't need. I thought that was hilarious. But
Yeah.
just looking at the types of things that we had in our box or whatever. You had an Afro pig, you had the combs with the handle, the regular comb, you had a rat tail comb so you can make those parts, but
Right.
just the different types of combs that we had. But and also when I was little, I had 4 girlfriends, and honey, I shampooed and pressed and curled everybody's hair.
Mhm.
Now my grandmother, I meant to get a picture of the curling iron that we used to use. My grandmother, honey, she could click, 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 click,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
them off, spin around, click, 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 honey.
So
The
can I, baby. So can I. And I still got my curlers.
come on with it.
I still got my curlers.
The
I
cast
sure do.
iron, the ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
learned that.
Yeah.
I used to mock my grandmother, but she would make those curls that would be this, the little ones.
Yes.
She maybe had 3 different irons. You had your little stove. The little stove looked like a little
Mhm,
pizza
mhm.
Right.
oven. But all of these nostalgic things, and the hot comb. We can't forget the hot comb. The hot
And
comb. We have
I
more
have the good
tattoos and
ones.
brands with the hot comb.
I have the good ones because the ones they make now, is
Electric.
the ones they used to make, that company, they used to make them, and the teeth wrap around and I don't know what they making now, but I had to hold on to mine. I'm like, oh my God, and they stopped making them, and I'm like, oh. But
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Is that the
But I
one
used to
that
do my
curled like this? The pressing iron that had
that
wasn't
had the
flat.
curve.
It that curve so that when you come off of it, the hair just
Yeah, I didn't have that, but I forgot the name of the company, but it was Black owned, and yeah, they made the combs where it was, the teeth were wrapped around the barrel. It wasn't stationary, and you could move the teeth, and
Oh, wow.
Cleaning them suckers is, yeah, because the 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 oils and stuff would build up in the comb. So I just cleaned them like a couple of weeks ago because we don't use a lot of product. I don't use a lot of product in my hair. I use natural oils in my hair. And my daughter, we get this oil that you put on when you blow dry. And RJ's tender-headed. I used to braid his hair. He's had different incarnations where he wanted it long, and then we started combing it.
Right.
No, cut it off.
Right.
And my daughter's hair is down her back, so it's like, can you braid my hair? And I'm like,
Oh, goodness, that's a job.
and she wants me to braid it when it's not in its natural state. And when it's in its natural state, it's easier to braid. It's easier to cornrow because it holds.
Right.
When it's straight, that's hard to hold. I'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah.
I just want to mention that my 4 daughters all learned to do their own hair very young because mommy didn't have those skills. That was at the age, the 80s and 90s. That was the stage where, more natural braids were coming up. And all they got out of me was little ponytail puffs or individual braids. So I had one daughter who didn't have much hair until she started combing and brushing her own hair at the age of around 4 or 5. That's when her hair started growing. It wouldn't grow for me. And I think a part of why they started doing their hair early, aside from me not being able to do it in any style that was, that they felt good about, I was under such stress. I allowed myself to just be in overdrive all the time. Got to do this, got to do that, got to do that. And I'm really just now coming out of it and recognizing that this is not serving me. But I think that energy that got transferred to them, it wasn't good energy. They probably don't have good memories of their hair care experience with mommy. So, but they learn to do their own real early, and they still do their own braids and twists. They're fabulous with it. And in fact, some of them got people who come to them and to do braids and stuff because they've been doing it since they were real little. Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's the good of it, that it drove them to learn their own skills earlier.
Yep. So that was awesome because I know having a sister, I would take care of my sister. My sister was my baby. I was 9-year-old and had a baby. I put my baby alive away and had a live baby. I wouldn't let my mother do nothing but buy her food. Okay. But so with the evolution of our hair, because we started out just wearing ponytails or whatever, so you weren't getting it pressed yet. So where did your hair care start? Did it start in the living room or the dining room? Look at those places. And then as we began to start pressing, then we moved to the kitchen.
Right.
We need to be next to the and then sometimes we might, if you shampooed your hair, you might go to the porch to help it air dry faster. So just think about those places and spaces that you spent that time together in that hair ritual moment. Think about those places.
Well,
yeah, I seem to always remember the kitchen, getting my hair washed.
Right, because that's where you got it shampooed.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And then we go to the living room where she combed it all out and I was screaming.
I wash my hair in the kitchen sink still. I like it's better control for me. My daughter washes her hair in the shower. Now, I don't like water in my face like that, and then my hair, it gets kind of tangled, and I like shampoos that I don't have to comb it so much because it's not tangled so much, and so I have more control if I'm like this,
right.
and I'm like this. So that's something we do different. But we moved from the kitchen, and I used to have one of those little stoves, and then I got rid of that, and then I just got one of those little burners, that you just plug in, and so we can do hair anywhere. But we usually end up in the kitchen, and it's just wash, blow dry pretty
Mhm.
straight. Hit the edges with the hot comb. I don't do the hot comb all the way through her hair because that's just too much heat to be pressing.
Right.
I mean, blow drying,
Right.
pressing, and then flat iron. So it's just blow dry, hit the edges, and then flat iron, and that's what we do now. But it's in the kitchen,
Right.
in the living room when it's too hot. But we
Right.
found out that we can't blow dry in the living room.
Right.
Right.
And then the blow dryer can cause burns too.
You
got a good blow dryer, sure can.
What did you say?
The shorting out. I was just laughing because you were saying you knock out the whole building with the blow dryer in the living room. Yeah, the kitchen had the better plugs, man. You know, knock out. Change the fuse, Junior, because we didn't blow out the whole. Lord, these products, we don't even think about how much energy those things took, because the blow dryer could be just as bad. You burn ears, just blow dryer burn ears too,
Yeah,
but I was just remembering my niece's hair was such that the only place I could do her hair was in the shower. I had to shampoo it and comb it out in the shower, let the water help me, because it was not, we fighting if we outside the shower. So I just was like, Kelly, come on, let's just get in the shower. But I didn't know the trick. Warm water will make any hair submit.
Okay.
A warm water spray bottle and a little bit of vinegar too, right? Just a bit. You don't want to use too much, right, Mama? Queen Aduni? So you had to know these tricks to the trade as well. So
I wish I knew that when I was doing RJ's hair.
warm water, that hair be
daddy's
like,
hair.
the warm water go, yes, sir. The hair goes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He got his daddy's hair. And we realized we didn't have to shampoo it so often. And that's when it became, kept its shine. Pretty much. I said, we don't have to shampoo every, few days. That we're drying his hair out. We just, or co-wash it with some conditioner. So yeah, we got hold of how to do it. So now he's trying to do his wave thing. Okay.
So he's brushing a lot. For the waves, that's when they're getting interested in
other folks.
Yeah, because that's how I knew when Fame. I said, I'll know when you're interested in girls.
That's a rites of passage then.
It's like, I gotta brush, I gotta get my waves.
Want to make it look good for other people.
Otherwise, he didn't care. But I knew.
So, Star, did you have a story to share? I caught you right at the waitress time, right when you put some breakfast in.
Well, I'll start while Pam is swallowing. Pam could care less about hair.
Hey, I understand.
And she had beautiful long hair, and Pam she could care less about beauty. As beautiful she was as she is now, as a little girl, she was just beautiful hair, and I'd have to tie her down. I'd get Pam on the bed.
Oh, did you put it between? Did you get the leg lock on there?
No, this was for me to do her eyebrows. She had one eyebrow going across.
A unibrow.
And I would have to get on and put my knees on her arms.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if you remember that, Pam.
Did you pluck eyebrows or did you shave?
I only knew how to, how to pluck.
Ooh wee.
Look, that's why we don't want to be bothered with all that hair and makeup and stuff. It hurts. I just rather get up and go. I ain't got time. I don't know how this snuck up on me. I don't know how it snuck up on me. I haven't had hair on my hair in a long time, but I'm not that one. I'm ready to go. I'd rather stay in the bed and get ready than do all of this.
Deal with the hair. Yeah. Yep.
So let's go back to the ritual of hair with
Pam. Pam never.
Oh yes, she's ready. Stopped. She's ready. Yes, she's ready. Come on.
I do remember that, Adoni. I do.
That's Don't go to sleep.
I do remember
I
that.
do need to forgive you for something that I forgot.
I don't really remember, what room or what, but the one thing I do remember is that when Mama had the pressing comb, it was very uncomfortable. And there's the fear, even if she didn't, there's the fear that you're going to get burnt with this hot comb. Mama, do you know what you're doing? And then
I know, and then we get close to me. It just, oof.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
And I remember one time when we went to this hairdresser, they were white people, and they didn't know what to do with our hair.
Right.
And I'm sitting there wondering, why in the hell are we even here? But yeah, those were not good bonding times when you had to get your hair done.
Right.
I love you, Mom. Hurry up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nah.
What were your topics of discussion? What did you talk about?
Me and my
What-
mom.
What were the topics of discussion while you get besides the ooh and the ah and pop hold still?
I was a person that never really had much to say.
Okay.
I'll just sit there and squinch and do this until she was done, and then I got up and went on my way.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I do know is when she sent me to charm school, I hated it.
You didn't like that.
I didn't see why I had to be charming. I'm a tomboy. I like it. I enjoy it. Why do I have to be charming? The only thing I remember about charm school is walking with some book on my head. For what?
Lord.
But yeah. I love my mom. I love you, mommy.
Yes, yes, yes. We love our mommies. We do.
Now my mom would not let me. My mother did not. I did not get to do my mother's hair. She didn't. She did not play. I can't even get it out. She didn't play that. I'm not touching her. Nope, not her.
I used to do my daddy's hair. I didn't do my mama's. I did my daddy. I braided his and put barrettes on it. And he let me do it.
Look, Mama probably didn't want the payback from the like, no, I'm good.
I'm good.
Oh, Mama knew about karma, huh?
Right.
Say it won't come from my daughter. No.
Not there. No, not there. So that's just funny. Just, just thinking about the memories. So funny, how we receive it. Cause I could care less about all the girly stuff. I want to go hang out with the boys because they have more fun. They're going to ride the bikes. They're playing football, baseball, basketball. I could play with my Barbies. I love my Barbies and everything, but the boys are doing activities. I'm just here do.
Right.
Dress and undress the dolls and do the hair and put on some different clothes and what else is there to do,
Exactly. True.
Oh,
That's right.
So,
But I have other rituals too with my mom.
Yes.
One thing that I did with my mom each spring is go fishing. I used to fish with my mom and we would sit there and talk again, but she would teach me what to do to get some fish. I don't even think it was about catching the fish. It was just the environment, just the process. So I love that with my mom, going fishing. It was a certain point we would go up I-75 to it was just nice. I don't even remember the name of that place.
Up north?
Say it again.
Was it Ottawa? Were you going up north? Were you going to Ottawa
we
or
would
up
go
north?
south. Sorry, south on 75.
Okay, that's all right.
Or Toledo, yeah. And then another thing was going to Eastern Market on every Saturday. I would go with my mom and my sister to Eastern Market to go get fruit and flowers or whatever. And so that was a nice ritual. Every Saturday, that's what we would do. So that was a nice thing to do. Go to Eastern Market.
Okay. Well, I wanted to say
that's awesome.
things.
So yes, we can move. Hair. Go ahead, Evan.
I can press my hair without a mirror.
Oh, good.
I can get close and press my hair without a mirror. But the ritual, my mom burned incense and candles, and that was something we did together. Was go to, the places where the candles are, and they have all the incense and all that. Yes. That was her. That's because she was in the numbers. Remember the numbers?
Yes.
The horse races. That's where they got the numbers from at first. Yeah. So that was my mom's thing. She sit there and do her little figuring, and she'd write on anything. Don't leave no paper, nothing important
Right.
around her, because she
Mail,
would be
phone
doing her
books.
everything.
And you all were in Pontiac. How did they say it? Pontiac.
Pontiac.
Yeah.
They didn't know
Pontiac.
that down here in Detroit. They didn't say Pontiac. They said Pontiac. Somebody knows what I'm talking about, because we had to find out what was the number in Detroit. What was the number in Pontiac?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the number man used to come by the house.
Yes, we actually had two numbers ladies on the block. We had one at the front of the block and one in the middle. Okay. And you know what's so funny is that one household, one of the daughters does income tax, the grandson is a math teacher. So I thought that was
They
just
did
fabulous.
numbers.
Right, right. So let's move to other rituals. So we had a kitchen ritual where we learned how to cook. We had, I don't know if you had a washing clothes ritual.
Oh,
Learn how to wash.
Yes.
oh my
Yes.
God.
When
My mom,
we moved here in 67, right after the riots, we lived when Chrysler plant was on the other side of Jefferson. It was at our backs. We were on Clarepoint Street. We had two wringer washers. The basement looked like something from, what was that movie about the people in the woods? And that's what those basement looked like. But I wasn't afraid. But we could just go up the stairs and hang our clothes, because we had two wringer washers, one to wash, one to wring out, rinse.
One of these
Put them
with
in
the
the laundry
rollers.
bag.
I love that
Yeah.
one. Look,
yeah, yes.
Right,
I
that's
always wanted to go through the ringer. Too much Bugs Bunny, but I was like, I just want to go through the ringer one time. Oh my God,
Well,
I
We would
loved it. It
hang.
was so much fun because you got to interact with the washing machine. I think
mhm.
that's what was fun for me, because now you just got the buzz. You be like, damn it. I mean, oops. You be like, dang, it's time to go get the clothes. I hate that buzzing. But that ringer, I mean, it was so much fun. You wrung them out. You didn't need a dryer. And now we
No.
go where? Where do you go after the ringer washing? We go outside to the.
and
I
hanging up.
love the clothesline and the clothespin.
Oh, I think the clothes lasted longer
Yes.
and they smelled good. Oh, your
Yes,
sheets just
yes,
And they
smell
out there
so
blowing.
good.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But there was a skill to hanging clothes with the clothespins.
Yes, it
Mhm,
was.
Understand?
mhm. Wait, but,
Yes.
but then you take the clothespins and you put them on the ends of your hair.
What?
That's what we did in Kansas City. We take the clothespins so that we could have long hair.
Oh, it would
Oh,
put,
So we,
yes, yeah, it would
and
extend
then and then and then
the weight.
the men, the what are Korean, whatever they are, they figured out, oh, they like that, so they made them colorful so that
Oh,
we could put red and green. Those were our beads,
right,
and,
prior.
and so then you would get that length.
Yeah, they would stretch the shrinkage, stretch the
No,
shrinkage.
they'd also beat the crap out of your face when you
I know that's true.
because all of them are coming and you
Right.
little, so you just yeah, that was it. Them clothespins. That was a good
Those
time.
fond memories hanging those clothes outside.
Oh,
That
yes.
was the bomb. I always told her, I said, I want to have, a clothesline out here, because when I first got here, we didn't have a dryer. And my mother was like, no, y'all gonna get a dryer for that baby. The baby's clothes need to be soft. You need a dryer. Because I was hanging my clothes in the baby. I love hanging clothes. I think that I don't really remember my great grandmother, but I think that's something I remember doing with her outside, or at least watching her. Because
Yes.
those are fond memories of of my ancestors, my great grandmother, and then my aunt. We outside.
Be
And this is
outside.
like,
You're right.
so anybody else have either good or challenge stories with the clothes, the washing?
So my dad was too cheap to buy the dryer. He bought the washer in the family home now. So we just had the washer. And so up until my daughter was like 3 or 4, I was still hanging her stuff outside.
Grand Rising, Alita.
Grand Rising.
We're just talking about rituals with our moms or our daughters or our family, period. We were talking about hair. Now we're talking about other rituals that we've had. So chime in if you feel. But that's what we're talking about.
Good morning, everybody.
Grand
Grand
Rising.
Rising.
All right.
Yeah.
I used to like it when once the clothes were dry. I used to like, especially because I used to like it, especially when they were when all the lines were
Yes.
full and you just walk through the clothes. It was just
Yeah.
so, so much
It's fun as a kid.
fun.
As a
That
kid,
was-
yeah.
Yes.
Or wait, when it rained, hurry up, go outside and get the clothes off.
Right.
That became a very stressful. Hurry up, go get the clothes. So you don't go come outside, but you can go get the clothes off the line in the rain. But guess what? We didn't need to iron nothing when we hung our clothes.
Isn't that something? That's right.
We're doing too much. We're doing too much with convenience. Too much. Now I don't remember my mother having me fold. I don't think I had to fold the clothes, but I have to take them down. And you don't want to ball them up, you know.
Mhm.
Okay.
I remember
Yeah,
the
but
first
I
time.
remember going out on the line with my grandmother and aunties and mother, putting clothes up on the line in Mississippi, because that's where my grandma lived, and we all was down there. So that was something we would do all the time. We were washing the same type of washer that you talked about, and then we would hang them on the line. But it was everybody together. We were all together and having a good time, knowing we got to do it. So we got to do it,
Rituals like washing clothes with your mom and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I have too, to be honest.
Come on, come
Alita,
closer
who
so
you
we can hear
talking
the
to?
conversation.
Alita,
Yes.
we can hear you. Who are you talking to?
Tell your person to come closer so we can hear what they're saying. We hear y'all talking about the ritual.
I'm talking to Danny and she's missing the call.
Oh, I
And
thought
you're on-
that might
okay.
be Danny.
She said,
Hi,
Can you
Danny.
Hey, Danny, I'm going to the restroom. Y'all still sitting. We're supposed to go to the restroom. I'm going to
We love you and we miss you, Danny.
I miss y'all.
Oh my goodness.
But what did Danny say?
She said she misses us too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll be back soon.
Yeah. I know with the clothes, one of the things that I detested and still detest it was the doggone laundromat.
Oh.
There were 6 of us children
Ooh,
and my
we.
mom. And I always had to go and I had to help watch the children, the 4 up under me. And I'd have to help mama to, do the clothes, sort the clothes, fold the clothes, and all of that. And then when I would go home, I don't like laundry to this day.
Okay.
To this day, that was one of the first things Fane learned how to do, is to wash his own clothes, but there was something about that. I just don't, and going to the Salvation Army, oh my God, that to me was just that we are just so poor, and I got to wear other people's clothes and all that kind of stuff. So that was
I love the Salvation Army.
Me
I
too.
love it.
That's where you get the quality clothes now, because all this stuff made with one thread, a button with one thread, or holes in the stuff. I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it older.
But you got to get that as a kid,
Yeah.
and as when your friends and stuff are getting things, and your mama's taking you to the Salvation Army, that was not.
But your friends didn't know that, did they? Did your friends know that? Or because you knew that, you were like, I'm not going to
I'm
get.
gonna say, don't get deep on me. I'm a kid. No, whether my friends knew it or not,
Right.
it wasn't.
Right. That didn't matter. I knew I was
The
going
fact that we had to go there and wear somebody else's clothes and all that kind of stuff. It was the sign of that reminding you that you were poor. That was what that represented to me.
right.
And then the laundromat, like I said, all the stuff and just being there and having to, assist with stuff. And then one day I remember I had the ironing board up, and my mom used to, iron all the time. She would, it seemed like she ironed for somebody else too as well. But so one day she comes in and I'm ironing clothes, and she looks at me and she looks at my work and she says, "Oh, you do good. You did this really good."
Now you got a job.
Ever since then, ironing
Yeah,
clothes.
you became the ironer.
No, something
Boy,
you
don't let a
don't
parent
tell.
find a skill, boy. I tell you, they take it.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I hate to iron. I don't iron. I iron when I make something, because that is, when I make something, you iron as you go. That's
Yeah.
something I was taught,
Open up those,
and that's what I do.
those
Yes.
seams.
But
Yeah.
other than that, after that, it don't get ironed. It goes in the dryer with a little spritz on it. Okay, rinse out. That's good. I don't like ironing boards. They're always tipping over. And when Sheena was little, I had to go to tailoring school. I had to pick a thing. So I went to tailoring school, and his whole table was an ironing board. And I love that. So that's when I had over at the family home, that's what I had when I was doing a lot of sewing.
Okay.
Is I had a sewing table.
Yeah, you gotta have the big
thing. Cut on
Yeah.
it and iron on it all at the same time. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a cousin, she ironed underwear. I was like, Yvonne, what are you doing? She ironed slips, panties. I'm like, oh, you doing? I think that's why I don't. Because my thing is, my closet is, I'm aware of what doesn't have to be ironed. And then the other thing is, my mom said, if you take things out of the dryer as soon as they're done, before you get the, then go put and hang them up and you don't have to iron.
Right.
They said a piece of ice is great for the dryer. A piece of ice, because that's steam in the warm. Yes, hunty. I just read about that. I need to bring that. I'll have to bring that link back up about dry clothing hacks. But they said put a piece of ice in the dryer to
You
get
put ice in the dryer?
a piece of ice. Yep.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Because it's gonna steam from the heat.
Right. Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, okay. That's why I had a spray bottle of water.
Yeah, there you go.
Put it in there.
Right.
Put it in there, and wrinkles gone.
Yep. Tricks of the trade. But ironing. When I iron, I like to just iron a whole bunch of stuff, because I would take my clothes to the pound cleaners. Because the cost comes when you get your things pressed, and they not even doing this. They got a little, they not even.
Right.
So I would just bring my things home and I would like to iron everything all at once and then hang it up. And so that's how I did my thing. But if I got to iron it, I'm not wearing it. I do my iron. I like to iron, and I'll do a lot of stuff. But nope.
Back to the laundromat. I like the laundromat because
all at once,
get all at once. That's what I like. Is all at once.
Now that's that part. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because if you had to do all those clothes at home,
6 kids
washing
and
all day
herself.
long.
Right, but you're getting your little exercise on, running back and forth to the dryer, and then you got the. Stop calling me. Leave me alone. Okay, so now let's go to the kitchen and learning how to cook. That ritual. Did you have that ritual? Learning how to cut up. Okay, y'all, I know we got to go back. Let's go back to our former selves when we had to learn how to cut up that chicken. My mother would get mad because I'm in the kitchen with the wings playing, having it dance, kicking up the wings, pulling the wings out. She was like, "What are you doing?" Dance, we dancing. I can't help it. So Yeah, and learning how to make gravy from scratch.
Yeah.
And
I know how to
Believe it
do
or
that.
Cornbread,
not, I learned more from
cornbread
my
from
dad
scratch.
than my mom.
okay, so your father was the cook.
Was the teaching cook. My mother can cook, but
But she ain't got that patience.
she ain't have patience with me. No, no, no. She can handle it. But my dad, he would take time.
I was good at watching my mom, and then could go behind and do the same.
Mimicking. Yeah.
I was good at, and she was good at pies.
Ooh.
Loved her lemon meringue pie. Oh my God. My dad did the 5-pound cake. He did the cakes. He did the pound cakes. 5
Ooh,
pounds.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an aunt that cooked, that baked. So I listen. Whenever there was someone in the kitchen, I'm right there. Clean up the cake. Clean up the cake. Clean up the bowls.
The
I
bowl. Yep,
don't
everybody
do
want the
nothing.
bowl.
I'm the pre-wash.
Sweet. Yeah. And then you're
That's
sitting there
funny.
waiting on and you're fighting over. I get the what are the thing
The mixer,
the blenders. Yeah, you fighting over who's gonna get that, who's gonna get the bowl, who
the
gets
spoon.
the spatula,
Right.
everything, because ooh, it's gonna be yes.
It's amazing how much we all do this stuff.
Man, somebody got to learn how to cook. I mean,
Yep.
the ritual on the porch with snapping the green beans. I did. Now that was a task, but I did like to do that.
I liked
I
it
love
too.
and going outside and picking the pieces off the tree so we can put them in the jar with the sugar and put them up for a little while.
I didn't do
You know,
that. I
and cooking
did
from scratch. It was more cooking from scratch than all
scratch.
this
Yeah.
box and bought
Yeah.
already
True.
stuff.
Yeah, because I was just saying to Star the other day, I said, we need to make some homemade cornbread. That's mama, we had cornbread almost every day.
Cornmeal
We
cornbread.
had corn, yes. I can basically remember the recipe now. Yeah, we got to make some homemade cornbread.
I
Baking
have
soda
a
and
quinoa
cornstarch.
cornbread
And what was
recipe.
so cool about mama was whenever our birthday would come around, our birthday, everybody had to eat what we liked. We get to choose, and mama would make our meal based on what we love.
Oh, okay.
That's
Mine
nice.
was
That's brilliant.
green beans, mashed potatoes, and gravy,
Come on with.
cornbread, and ham.
Okay.
I loved ham. I said the vegetable, the starch. I don't remember what my I like pies more than cake.
Okay.
So,
What did you drink?
Okay.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. I'm a Kool-Aid.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite Kool-Aid?
Oh, let me see. Probably. I don't know.
I like the blue one. The raspberry blue.
Yeah, I like the grape mixed with lemonade and don't have no the brown and served rolls with the lemonade
Ooh.
Kool-Aid went so good together. That was my couple.
Okay.
Yeah, because mama would make the lemonade. She would always mix stuff,
Right.
and oh my God, it would just be so
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like mixed drinks.
Here it is. Mama was the first mixologist.
Right.
Right?
Mama don't want to have credit for that, Pam. I started my daughter to drinking because I mixed it so good. She forgot it was Kool-Aid. And
that's why we are so special. We Kool-Aid kid. Anybody else Kool-Aid kid? Anybody else Kool-Aid kid in the house?
I can't stand Kool-Aid.
No, wait a minute. I'm not talking about now, Mama Evelyn. I'm talking about back in the day. You never messed with it.
Back in the day, I didn't like Kool-Aid. I couldn't justify putting all that sugar with that little bit of,
You can control the sugar.
As a kid,
You can control
your
the
mom
sugar.
didn't do it.
My cousin used to and I would drink it, but I was like, no, I can't. I never did it.
Okay. Okay.
I know one day I was down at Eastern Market and they had or anyways, some kind of festival, and I needed something to drink. And I'm standing in line and I'm looking at the guy make the drink. And when he took that cup and he put that sugar in there, like, and
Was that one of those
Oh.
lemonade stands that don't use no lemon? They use one lemon and country time. I'm like, that's not lemonade at all, y'all.
I
So,
had to leave. I said, oh no, that's nothing but sugar, straight up sugar.
yeah. Don't have country time sitting there. If you're gonna use the country time, you need to put it to the side. I don't want to see you use one lemon and the rest of it's country time, and that's crap. You know what I mean? That's
Yes,
not.
yes,
Right. Right.
Who drank sugar water? Nobody?
sugar and water.
Well, they used to give that the Cairo syrup and water for babies a little.
Yeah,
My
right.
my grandma would drink sugar water.
Oh my goodness. That
Yes.
sounds terrible.
Did
Yes.
she like
Yeah,
water
I
by
remember.
itself? That's probably why she
Yeah,
did that.
it wasn't often, but I do remember her drinking sugar water.
No.
I remember that being a thing.
Yeah.
What about butter?
Okay, so then
Put it on white bread with a little sugar. Butter sandwiches.
Oh yeah, I heard of them. I never did
Okay.
it, but
Oh,
heard of
That's a donut. That's a
The
donut.
Those five I did.
But if
is
you
a
toast
donut.
it, it's good. If you toast it, put it in the oven for a little bit.
the syrup in the plate with the buttered bread. Sapping
Listen,
that.
wait a minute. Alga syrup and some homemade biscuits. Come on
Oh
with
my God. Oh my God.
Yes. Sop them up.
Yes.
Sop them
Lord
up.
have mercy.
Right. That's good eating.
That was the one thing my mama would make, those homemade biscuits.
Ooh.
Oh my, but Jesus.
Biscuits, they
That
call them.
morning breakfast when she'd make the potatoes, onion with onions in it, and then
Oh, good.
bacon or whatever sausage. I don't know which one she would have,
Yeah.
or maybe both. But then she'd have the them homemade biscuits and the syrup. Oh, my brother loved rice. Older
Oh,
brother loved rice.
yes.
We have a lot of rice as well in the morning.
For breakfast,
We do
yes.
that. Yeah,
Rice
yeah.
and eggs, baby. I like it.
Oh, yeah. And then them scrambled eggs. And she
Ooh.
put, and then we'd all be sitting at the table and stuff, all 6 plus her, 7 of us sitting there. And my mom liked to do the spread, set
Presentation.
set the table.
She's a caterer. Mom's a caterer.
Some good eating. Some good eating.
Entertainer.
Oh my goodness, that was some good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And she would do her cooking on Saturday, like the Sabbath. They do it on Friday to Saturday. She would do her cooking on Saturday. So because we in church all day.
Right. That's right. That's right.
That's where my mom did her bonding. You're going to go to church.
Church.
Yeah. And if you spent the night, if we had friends spend the night, they going to church.
Right.
You want to eat dinner because mama is they know that mama's going to cook for dinner.
That's why they coming
You
over.
had to have gone to church.
Right.
Oh, what is that? Trying
That's
to
one
find
way to
a
give.
store open to get stockings. Because you couldn't go bare-legged to church.
Oh,
My
no.
mother
Right.
wasn't a real big churchgoer, neither was my dad at the time.
No. Not
But,
going in there with
yeah.
not no stockings on.
Or you hang out Saturday night and then you gotta go get some stockings.
Right.
Or when you put your stockings on and they got to run in them.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Oh no.
Bring out the
My mother used to cut the bed. Okay, so you got the pantyhose, right?
Yep.
My mother would cut this part of the stocking off and make her a whole nother pair. I was like, Mama, you go. Because at first it was
That
stock,
one and that one.
stocking.
Yes.
Then you had the little pantyhose. And I didn't know pantyhose was the panty. And I was like, nope, I'm wearing my drawers with me.
I didn't like that either.
I need my cotton. I need my cottons. Oh boy. So another ritual we probably didn't like was that cleanup ritual. You're gonna get those baseboards.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
Hated to see it come. Take all the curtains. You either had to take, hold on, the drapery off the windows, take them to the cleaners, and you had to put each one of those, the hooks.
Little
Back
hooks.
on.
You got to do it right. You got to put it on the butterfly thing. You got to, man, that was a task and a third. The
Mm-hmm.
drapery and cleaning the windows and getting the floors done, the baseboards, all the corners. Move everything out. Move everything. So all of
Yeah.
these rituals, all of these
I didn't
learning
have to do
how.
that.
You didn't have to
I
do
didn't
the.
have to do that.
See, I
No,
was the
wasn't
oldest.
me.
No,
I was the
no.
oldest, so I had to get all that training. Grandmother, aunt, and mom. Yeah.
Well, I was the only girl and the last one. So all of my
Oh,
brothers,
see, you a baby. You didn't have to do nothing, Mama Evan. You ain't to do nothing. I got another word. You didn't have to do nothing.
Spoiled. And I ain't mad at you.
I realized that my sister-in-law, my brother's second wife, and I are about the same age because the baby boy is 14 years older than me. Was 14
Okay.
years. Yeah, and they're all deceased now. But yeah, I had three brothers, and two of them I was really close to. The oldest one, I think I saw maybe 4 or 5 times in my life, but I always talked to him on the phone. So, but he was always looking for his daddy, who was a Rolling Stone.
My papa was a Rolling Stone.
So was mine.
My father was an Air Force person. So I got that, I got that kind of training. You're gonna make these beds and get these corners. My mother was like, don't make those kids make the bed. So, keep the door closed. That's my space. My mother didn't I had that kind of thing going on in the house. They didn't fight about it, but Dad said when you make the bed, he taught us how to make it. So I do know how I can make a mean corner now. I can make a mean
Okay, okay, that's
But
good.
my mother was like, "Girl, you don't be by. Y'all don't make them do all of that. That's servicey stuff. But you still need to learn.
That's true. That's true.
But
So
they were saying that it's better to leave your bed, put covers pulled back because you want the sun to take care of those microscopic bugs that are, because remember when we did our show with the lady about the makeup, not the makeup, but her home, her facial care products.
Right.
And she
I
said that
remember
we have
that.
mites, that are on our face. So we should need to wash your face first thing in the morning at least, to
Mhm.
get that overnight off. But they were saying let that stuff sit in the sun. So I just made a spray bottle of clean, of stuff, effervescence, to just spray the bed down, and alcohol to spray the bed down before it just looks nice. It's nice to come home to the room. My mom and dad, that was the clash of the Pisces. Same day, same month, same year. My parents were twins. I got twins for parents.
oh my
Okay.
Oh,
goodness.
goodness.
4, 3,
Wow.
4, no, 3, 4, 43 is their birthday. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long were they together?
I think 90, they were together from, I was born in 65, 64 to 92, somewhere in there. Yeah. 60, you do the math, 62.
Are they
64 to
alive?
90.
I know your mom is not.
My mom is my spiritual connected now, and my dad is still with us.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Those two.
Wonderful.
Mhm. So we can move into some. Did anybody else have anything to share? A part of the ritual of family.
Oh, I
Okay, I
wanted
remember.
wanted
to
to
ask.
share, with my mom, her mother lived in Mississippi. So we would go down there for all my life. We would go down to Mississippi every summer for the 4th of July, because that's when my uncles would be off of Ford and they would have vacation those 2 weeks, and we was going down south. So, but my mom was with me, and it was just a great ritual because I knew I would get to spend time with her during that time, with her sisters and her mother, and it was just good, just traveling, learning how they used to do it way back when. We would have a box of chicken. She would fry chicken the night before and put it in a box, and we would take it down. Even though we could stop, we always had our little box of chicken and bread and all that. So
Right. Yeah, we didn't too much go. My mother would say, don't be stopping in these little diners and crap. You go to that's why we did go to McDonald's or have the food cooked, because you don't need to be going too many places because people will mess with your food. You go to McDonald's,
that's
they
right.
make it the same way, that kind of thing. What is it called? The green book? No, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Green
yeah, yeah.
Where you
green
knew where
book.
to stop and
Yeah.
it was okay, So
Yes.
and sometimes my father was like, I'm not stopping. Save that McDonald cup because that's the toilet, okay?
Right. Right.
Don't get it next to the car. Put your arm all the way out there. That's the only time you could stick your arm out the window. Don't get it on the car. Put it out there. Because we had to be careful because we are, we're traveling African Americans and you don't know who, what, when, why, and where. Because we went to Gary, Indiana every year to spend. Because my father worked at a plant, we spent 2 weeks on vacation. So we
Right.
could travel. That's when we would travel. When the plant was shut down, it's vacation time.
That's right. That's
So
right.
yes, we got those family trips. Now, were you were in a car, so that was car riding. I love the road. I
Yes,
love
it was
the
a road trip.
road.
That's right.
Yes.
So my
I want-
cousins down there would look forward to us coming every year. So I got to know them, so it was very good ritual to do that every year, because I got used to being down south and I learned a lot about the South to the point I want to actually live down there, to be somewhere different, It was nice.
Anybody else? Car trips, family.
Yeah. So I want to ask, from your ancestors, what are the rituals that reminds you of them? For instance, when there's a cabinet open in my kitchen, Uncle Albie is who I would see, because he say, close that cabinet. Get back in there, close that cabinet. So whenever I go in there, I said, I hear you, Uncle Albie, I hear you. Certain things that, and so Mama would, when I would open a can, and I hear her every time I open a can of something, and she would always say, wash it, because
Right.
in case it falls into the thing, wash it. And I don't know why it irritated me, but she would say, wash it. And then when you empty everything out of it, rinse it out, rinse the can out. And so every time that cabinet is left over, I hear Uncle Albie. And then when I'm doing the can, I have to hear Mama. And Mama, when we'd be in the bathroom and I had to pee, and she'd stand there and she'd say, you're not drinking enough water.
What color? Oh, yes. Yeah.
I said, you just know everything.
Right. Yeah, when I think about my grandma, I remember she was the one whenever anything was happening to our bodies, if we have sores, cuts, or aches, go to grandma. She knew what to give you. She had everything in her little cabinet by the bed, and she help you out with whatever you was dealing with. And it's interesting because I feel that I'm, now that my mom has transitioned, I'm kind of filling in that spot too, with my children, they come to me with all their ailments, everything. So I have to know, I want to know anyway.
Right.
But I try to find out.
You the root woman.
Right.
Go out there in the backyard and go get some of that.
Right.
I love it. So yeah, my dad, he's still here with us, but he was about those cans. He's like, you don't know what's walking and running up. So when they talked about that for, when the pandemic came, I was like, baby, I already washed everything. When I bring my stuff in from everything, get a bath. I'm washing the cheese, the meat, the lunch meat, all of that. I'm washing every bag, wiping down the bread, all of it. Okay, I don't play no game because I hear my father every time I open the can. Make sure it's like he would just pop up in the kitchen when he know He hear the cabinet door, but he like, where's the cat? So it had, and even drinking pop because they said that feces might be on there. That's how one woman got stuff. Anyway, I don't have no problem. We got to wash everything else. So.
Yeah, yeah.
And what was another one? There was another one that I wanted to talk about. The cans. Oh my goodness, there was another one. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, so many. Oh yeah, with uncles or remembering people. Let me see. I still get like my mother. When I'm getting ready to make a decision, my mother. She right there. I
Mm-hmm.
still
Right.
I still hear her saying, you da da da, whatever it is. You da 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 da. So she's very still much very present with the
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
with her isms.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hold your bosom when you're going up and down the stairs. That was one. You know, don't let yourself just bounce all over you, tearing your tendons and things. Hold yourself when you go up and down the stairs.
Well,
All right.
I didn't have
Okay.
that problem at all. I had to bend over so that they could move or something.
Oh, what about putting your money in your bra?
Well, mine would just fall through, so
Right. There you go. Me too.
I'm sorry, I've
I
had them.
didn't trust
I've had
that.
them since third grade. So
The
just
wallet that reach down.
Yeah.
When Erica Badu say reach down in my purse, I think that's what she talking about, not in the purse. She talking about reach down in my
My
purse.
purse. Oh
In my
yeah, because if
purse.
she's singing it, it's got to be that.
Because then the other words, it was in my pocketbook.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of, I was just thinking about the ways your parents or whoever celebrated. I remember Mama. So my mama was a church girl. She loved going to church. Okay, and okay, Alita, see you.
Yeah.
Um,
Love you too.
Love you too.
and I remember Mama and my Aunt Doris and my aunt, yeah, Aunt Doris and I think it was Aunt Florence. They was listening. Now Mama is a church girl. They had Tom Jones on, me and Mrs. Jones.
Mm.
And they were just in there just partying, and seeing my mama didn't party and stuff like that. And they were just all in it. Me and Mrs. Jones, and they was just partying, just the three, the women, like on Hidden Figures when they
Right.
when they just get together. Oh, come on, let's dance. That was something else. I used to love to watch the teenagers. My cousin and them, I was too young, but I was young. I was old enough to be sitting on the steps and watching the party, watching them do their party.
Right.
I just thought that they were just the world because they were older, and I couldn't wait till I got old enough to go to the parties and stuff. Memories.
Yeah.
Memories. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like it when I was younger, when they would get together and play cards and talk stuff and it was just fun and the music is playing and it was just fun to watch them do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
And if they had a little drink, I would
Right.
sneak in
Oh, Pam.
and
Yeah, it was good to see people having a good time.
Yeah.
Whatever they
yeah,
were.
yeah, it was. It was.
I didn't realize that. So I'm married to a DJ. And then as I thought about it, I was like, wow, my dad was my first DJ because we would always go to Simpsons Records. My dad, whatever was on the top, the list, we had the 45 or the album. My dad did not play. So whenever we had basement parties, everybody like, can we use your dad? They never asked him. They made us ask him. If I wasn't in good standing, you gonna need to ask.
Right.
But I remember having Mom's Mabley's album.
Oh, yes.
And I remember Millie Jackson, and they would put those records in a special place because you're not
I
looking
know,
at that.
right?
And as soon as they, when we got old enough to take care of ourselves, as soon as they went out, Okay, listen. When you get the record out, you got to remember where it was and how it was.
Mhm.
Put it back. When we listening to Willie Jackson, it was "Damn It, I Had to Say." I love that song. And then Mom's Mabley, because she was something else. I realized Carol Burnett copied her. I thought about
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Uh-huh.
We were
But I
always
love Carol Burnett.
copied.
But I love
They
Carol.
were
Right,
just
right.
not
But
finding
I
that
love
out. They
Carol
were,
Burnett because she's a tourist. But listen, I love me some Mom's Mabley, okay? Those records. But yeah, the record, that was like another ritual with us. That was a ritual for our family. My dad, my sister's 9 years younger, so she wasn't here yet. So my brother and I and my father, we would always get together and go to Simpsons Records on Conant and go to the record store. That was our ritual. But my dad kept the updated sounds. He was the DJ, and we had a record
Mhm.
player, little 45 things.
yeah, those little discs.
Adapters.
Yes.
That was high technology back in the day. And the record player. What about
Yes.
the record player? Did you have a
Yes.
record player?
Oh
Yes.
yes. Oh yes.
Phonograph? No, not the phonograph, but the one, the one that was furnished. You had to lift the top up and
I'm
get down.
gonna say it was real big,
Uh-huh.
and you open up
Yeah.
that side and open up that side. That's where your albums were down there.
Yes, honey. They
That
Hmm.
had
side
that.
was where the record player and all that stuff was there. It took up
Huge.
almost a whole wall.
It did. It was
Yep.
big as the buffet.
Oh
Man.
yeah.
Absolutely,
Who was the
absolutely.
barbecue person in your family? Who did?
Ooh, my
My
great
dad.
granddaddy. We
Mm,
always cook the day before because we not doing no work on the day of. You cook the day
okay.
before. Aunt Charlotte making her homemade peach cobbler. I'm telling you, my great grandfather, he would get up in the middle of the night cooking. I was up. Okay, it's time to get up because granddad. I know granddad gonna eat. He would make dumplings. So yes, he made his own sauce. We had the bottle with the vinegar with the top on it with the vinegar in there to put out the fire and keep seasoning the meat. But
Mhm.
it was the great granddaddy baby, Elijah. Yes.
Yeah, it was my
That's
dad,
so
and
cool.
he would get up really early,
Uh
really
huh.
early.
Crack of dawn. It wasn't even light outside yet.
Mhm.
So
He'd
did
marinate.
you have the boil? Did you all do the boil or the oven first and then put them on the grill? What was their technique, or the marinate overnight? What was the technique? I'm writing down. Look, let me write it down.
He would. Mm, Mama would season them up real good, and then he had this concoction of mustard and lemons that he would cook up,
Hmm.
and then that's what he basted them with all the while they were cooking,
Mm.
and then they
With the
put them
brush,
in the
with the brush,
oven with the sauce. Hmm. Yeah,
with
and then they
look,
would
the
put them in
towel
the
wrapped
oven.
around the spoon.
Yes, 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 yes. And then after they were done, they put them in the oven with the sauce, and they'd be falling off the bone.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was in the pork.
Yeah.
Mm. I
Yeah.
tell you, I miss my ham. I loved ham. I loved ham, and I probably would still love it if I was still eating it. But when I started that process of weaning myself off of food, off of the meat and stuff,
Mhm.
oh, that was hard with the ham.
Yeah.
Because that ham, oh my God, if you made it right, it was
You
so
didn't need no
delicious.
other seasoning because it was salty enough. It take care of everything
Yes,
on the plate.
And
it did.
my mama could make some ham, and she could kill some dressing, boy. It would be so delicious.
Dun dun dun.
Mac and cheese. Mama could cook. I'll tell you, mama could cook. And then after Thanksgiving, mama would take whatever the turkey that was left, and she made this breakfast. It was that she chopped them up into little squares and this sauce, and she'd put it in there, and then she'd make the toast or the
Oh yeah. Oh
the
yeah. Oh yes.
toast
Oh yeah.
or the biscuits, and you just pour that sauce on.
Oh
Oh
wow.
That was so
man.
good. So
Mm,
good.
mm, mm, mm,
I
mm.
mean, I could taste I could taste everything.
And then
Cause
she can
my
make
mom.
a pineapple upside down cake and make you slap your mama.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yeah.
And
You're supposed to slap the cook. You supposed to.
oh, oh.
Don't get
Mm.
knocked out though. But you gotta gently with a little sting. Pow. Right on the fanny. Look at here. Come here, let me touch you.
Come here. Come here.
Like with our macaroni and cheese, some people make macaroni and cheese and it's just riding on the top. See, my mama's macaroni and cheese, the cheese all in betwixt and between, all in the holes of the noodles and all like this
And
here.
no clumps and stuff like that.
Oh
It
no,
just
she did a special little
nice and
thing. She grate that cheese and get it and mix it up
Yes, yes.
with an egg or two.
Yes, 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 yes.
I don't eat too much macaroni and cheese now, but my
I'll
daughter
eat your portion. Thank you.
kept trying it. She kept trying it until she perfected it the last time. And I kept saying, you don't need a whole lot of cheese because it's just you and RJ that's going to eat it.
Right.
So you don't have. I mean,
Yeah,
she
cheese will
perfected
lock
it
you up.
last
You gotta
time.
be careful. But you know, I've had the macaroni, I call it macaroni and chest. Now the vegan macaroni, Mama Aisha made, boy, I almost hurt her. I was like, I could be vegan with some macaroni and chase. I don't know. Oh, nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
And I forgot the other stuff, but baby, now I'm okay with the vegan.
Cashews. Cashews.
Okay.
Cashews. I've made that. It's very good.
You want to make some so I can taste it, so I can see how
So
you make it?
we can come over your house.
We need a potluck. We need a potluck outdoor. When it's nice outside, we need a potluck outdoor.
Okay.
Some kind of something.
Something.
A screened-in gazebo. We need a screened-in gazebo. So we can still be outside without the bugs. Because you know that's when the wops come because they want to eat too. They like, I heard y'all.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody eat liver and onions?
Nope. No.
Yeah, when I was younger.
My mama no. I said I couldn't do it.
When I was younger, I don't anymore.
Liver would break up like dentine gum when you chewed it too long. It would just break up. It would just break up like that. I didn't understand it. I didn't.
My mother, she did it very well. It was so nice, and because I don't eat like steak and roast and all of that,
Right.
because it's usually if I got to work too hard to eat it.
Yes, I don't want it.
But my mom, it was just so tender.
It was so perfect.
The liver, the onions, and the gravy. It was just.
I did like it. I like to see it, but I wasn't. Yeah, that was a mental mouth thing for me. I don't know. I didn't understand. I couldn't picture it. It was too hard to picture.
Oh my goodness.
Well, when my dad was alive, as I transitioned, because he was a diabetic, and as I transitioned with the recipes, trying to make them more palatable for him, I started making chocolate pecan pie.
Chocolate pecan.
I'm gonna put that on your list. Chocolate.
I think I held on to the recipe. It was so good. But I was using like coconut. What was it? I was using a different syrup. I wasn't using the Cairo syrup. I was using something else and a really good chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said a pie? Chocolate pecan pie?
That sounds good.
I'm putting that on your list. Mama Evelyn's list.
And I told Sheeta when I was pregnant with her, I said I would wake up at 2:00 in the morning and make 2 fried pork chop sandwiches and a big plate of fries. That's what I was craving. And so when she was pregnant, she said, "Mom, would you make me?" I said, "Oh no, I don't cook pork. I'm sorry, I can't do that."
You got to put in the what you call that? What's the name? But because it's really funny when you're with child, the body will crave it. Don't care what you eat, not eating. We gonna eat today. We gonna eat this. So Isis is made up of pancakes and Baba Sabri. I would go to him for his wheat nutty pancakes. And I remember when she was little, she was crawling, but she wasn't talking yet. She came in the dining room or living room and she tugged on my pants and she crawled into the kitchen and pointed to a cabinet. And when I opened the door, I was like, "You're communicating," but it was the pancake cabinet. She got her point across very well. I was like, okay, that means she wants pancakes, but she still loves them to this day. I was like, she was made of pancakes and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, wow.
What were you made of?
Yes,
This was just a really beautiful walk down memory lane. And you know, and going back to the hair, we've moved away from wearing grease in our hair. So when I was wearing a little bit of hair and going back into my locks, I went back to the Ultra Sheen oil grease. And it seemed to grow my hair well, because now we want our hair all light and fluffy and light and airy, you know, with the coconut oil, but that stuff not doing nothing. That grease is the truth. I had to go back to it. I think I bought every one. I would get the blue one, then the green, then
Right,
you
right,
know, but
right.
you know, we need, you know, a good oiled scalp, you know. Some people, not everybody. I
Well,
said
I
I'm
make my little concoction of grapeseed oil, and I'll put some castor oil in there and a little olive oil and that Jamaican castor oil that smell good. I
oh,
like
you want
that.
that stuff make you want to eat it. When my girlfriend brought me some of that, I almost drank it. I swear I was gonna drink that. Oh my gosh, it smells
It
so
smells
good.
so good. But I make my little
Oh my goodness.
concoction, and that's what I put in my hair and my body and my
Yeah.
face, and yeah, because it's all over.
Uh-huh. And I like an overall everywhere. Give me something I can use on everything.
That
Yeah,
But
sounds
castor oil is really
good,
and
good for
Sister
hair.
Evelyn.
They said it'll grow it back, and then you can get rid of moles with castor oil. Y'all need to look it up. That castor oil is the truth. Because
Right.
my oil, her base, her carrier oil is castor oil. That's what she uses in her oils.
Oh, good.
will it get rid of skin tags? I know. I
It's
just
the
do
moles.
Yeah,
So
okay.
read about it first. But they said castor oil will take care of it. They take care of those.
I've heard that too. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, our medicine cabinet is the kitchen.
that's
That's
right.
true.
That's right. That's right.
I like that. Thanks for sharing that. That's right.
Because you have these things, right? And that's what being a consumer is about. It's about not, you know, going to get again and again and again and again. Because one time I got mad. I said, "Why am I buying a mop?" I had a towel that I was in love with because it was just the right thirst, and it dried me off and not left that water. You know, these fake towels. So I cut it up and I made my own mop. And then I had
Oh,
dust rag, so I cut it up because I was like, I'm not getting rid of this towel. So I put a zip tie around it I had a broken mop pole.
Handle.
Yeah, thank you. And so I took a zip tie and zip tied it to the bottom and made my own mop.
wow.
I said, we
Cool.
keep buying stuff and we got everything we need. And you know, for me, mopping, the best way to do it is get on them hands and knees, because don't nothing clean better than the hands and knees. Because the mop, you putting the thing back in the dirty water. Same thing with washing clothes. It's better to hand wash. When
Yeah.
COVID hit, I was washing my underwear in my hand. I was like, I'm not wearing a whole bunch of stuff, so I would wash those underwear out and hang them to dry. We doing too much. We're
We
less
doing too much.
effective because a lot of our exercise came from using, you know, the mop. You know, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
the
true.
vacuum, you know. And now we're not doing it. We got the thing running around the house, and the cats and dogs riding on it on the little.
Right.
And
That's
we're
right.
not interactive
Right.
we're not active anymore. And that just
True
bothered me.
talk.
You know, you want to go get a new dress. You got 5 new dresses in the closet that you ain't wore already. We just consume, 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 consume.
Is anybody using the old cedar mop bucket?
I don't have one of those. That would be nice. That smell
That's
alone.
I haven't gotten one yet, but I want one. It's the one where you got the 2 chambers. The dirty water goes in one chamber and the clean
Oh,
water is in another chamber. And your mop never goes in the dirty water.
Okay, Mama, Juanita, you gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to find that. I gotta find 2-chamber cedar mop bucket.
Old cedar, old fashioned, old cedar. Remember the old cedar products, old cedar, old apostrophe cedar.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Nope, that was probably before my little time here, but I'm gonna look it up with the double.
Double
Uh-huh.
chamber. Yep.
Double
Dirty
check.
water and clean water. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of anything else like great stuff. Wow. Yeah.
I think we did well talking about, just all these rituals we do. I love this. This was wonderful.
Oh, one more. I forgot. is when my daughter started. Well, when I found out she had started her cycle, because it started before she let me know. But anyway,
Oh, cycle times. Woo.
we did a bonfire outside, and it was so funny because in the beginning, we were out there making, and then it started raining. So I just said, "Well, we'll go in the house," and we just watched it from. But we just talked about, because it was funny because I talked to my mother in love and my mom, and they said that when they started their cycle, their moms was like, "Here go your supplies," and that was it. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now, when I had a daughter, it's so funny because when I told my friend I was pregnant, she was like, "Girl, you having a girl?" Well, baby, anyway, she was like, "You'll never go to the bathroom again by yourself." And so that happened. So Isis has been with me through journeys. And so, so I would explain to her what's going on and whatnot. And I wasn't pressuring her to, because I didn't want the potty training to be a traumatic experience. So I was like, since you in here, you can have a seat too. So I let her potty chair was her seat before it was her potty chair, right? So, but she's in there with me with different experiences. So, I would explain things to her, and let her know what's going on. But I wanted her to embrace instead of uh having a horrible experience. And one day I was talking to her friend, and her friend called her psycho her coworker. I was like, that's nice. I was like, I wish I could have thought of it like that for me, you know, because I would have cramps, and then I would meet women online that would have really bad cramps. And I told them, I said, "What's your relationship like with your mom?" And a couple of them was like, "It's horrible." I said, "Fix that, and those cramps will go away," and they did.
Wow.
That's because it was that type of pain. But I had them, and eventually, now my grandmother used to give me a spoonful of some liquor and some hot water, baby. Put you to sleep. You don't even have to deal with it because liquor thins the blood, right?
Yeah.
So that's what my grandmother's fix was. Because I was using, my sister told me to use Anaprox, which was bad because the Anaprox thinned the skin, and then I developed eczema. But then I did the lemon cleanse, and that cleaned that out. I was good, but I stopped taking that stuff. But Donquois, or just something I would, when I was at school, I couldn't give the children any pills or anything because most people take a aspirin or whatever. I told him, I said, "Baby, get some hot water. Y'all bring a tea bag. You know when your cycle is coming, write that down." I'm not talking about do that online stuff. You don't need no apps. Use your mind. Go online. I mean, go
Right.
get your calendar and look your 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Because one thing about me, I cycled every 21 days. It wasn't 28 days for me.
Mm.
Because I'm from a different planet. I told y'all.
Right.
But that was something that I had to learn about. And even when I started having sex, my mother taught me the rhythm method, which if you write the things down, I didn't
You'll
have no
get it.
I didn't have no oopsie doopsies. I ain't saying I didn't do anyway. Okay.
Rhythm
Wait, that
works.
was good. That was good.
Rhythm works. But you got to keep that overnight experience in mind. Oh my God, that's how I think it was my second and my fourth daughter slipped in, both Tauruses, because I forgot that after, and both of them after, no, one was a before church baby and the other one was an after church baby. And I forgot that
Before church and after church.
Yeah. I forgot the day was the day after the day I was counting. So like when we got home from church, what happened overnight, it was out of the cycle, out of the rhythm cycle. And I'm still thinking it was, yeah. So yeah.
So I love
Yeah,
it that you have Tauruses. I'm a Taurus too, Mama Juanita. I'm a Taurus.
2 Tauruses. I just washed my hair, y'all. Got the nerve to come on
That's why we
camera.
got.
Two
Look at that. It's loving on
bulls.
that scalp. Look at the loving on the scalp. Let's do that. Touch your own head and
Yes,
rub your
and it
scalp.
felt so good.
It
Felt
feels
so good.
good.
Yes, but yeah, rhythm works. I just had to chime in with y'all. This is so rich. This is so special. Thank you for bringing us to us.
Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, I think with that we can move into this body, and when our pregnancies and those experiences. That might be another session. I think Mama Raziya has a friend who's a doctor who she's going to ask to come and share so we can have that discussion, because that one is something beautiful as well. My Queen Aduni, what were you saying?
I have tried to talk and I didn't realize it was school. It was that I was on mute all this time. I'm like, they don't hear me. They don't hear me. They don't hear me. No, I looked up the castor oil. I did not know one of the things, because it breaks it down what each of the elements are or properties are and stuff. But down here it says that castor oil can positively impact hair by stimulating circulation to boost its growth and by locking in moisture with its humectant properties. With its antifungal properties, castor oil can treat scalp infections by eliminating the bacteria and microorganisms that can cause hair loss, dandruff, and infection. Though the appearance of graying hairs, castor oil can be applied to the scalp to prevent hair from the further loss of pigment. With humectant properties that lock in moisture, castor oil can treat dry and damaged hair, making it thicker, shinier, softer, and smoother. Oh my
nice.
Jesus.
Come on with it, castor oil. And you know what is so
Castor oil
funny?
ain't a joke.
When I would mention castor oil, people go, oh my gosh, you know, especially my elders. I said, listen, I didn't tell you nothing about putting it in your mouth. I said, use it, because castor oil also heals bones and organs. I smashed my finger in a security door, and I read that one woman said that her son was playing baseball and he broke his arm, and the doctor told him, you're not going to finish out the year. She got that castor. She said she keeps it in her first aid kit. She wrapped that baby up in that castor oil, and he was able to get back and finish the season out after his break healed. So what they say is they recommend you use a flannel cloth, but I just tell people old t-shirts or even socks or things like that. That's what I had on the other day, because I had a
oh, that's right,
wasp bite. But put the castor oil on a sock or something. You need to put it in plastic so it won't stain your bed. But do it at night. If you having stomach issues, wrap that castor oil around your tummy with some cloth or old t-shirt and put it on at night. Hetheru broke his meniscus. We wrapped him in that. I'm telling you, that stuff. Listen, we do too much waiting. Go get it diagnosed, of course, but also wrap that. When people break things, I tell them, put that castor oil on after you get done, so because it heals bones and organs. Now that's in the text.
Yeah.
Yep. Or
I
see.
love
I'm
it.
trying to figure out how not to mess up the bed.
Yeah, put plastic
Put
over
in
it.
plastic,
Put
wrap
it
it in
in
plastic.
little ugly grocery store bags. And it's good for your little heels and your little feet too. I got hooves every once in a while, so I have to soften up. And I'm a barefoot cookie and I'm dry.
Right.
Whole thing.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, you know, we are coming up on the hour, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Are there any announcements that anyone want to share at this time?
Well,
Got silver and gold. Silver and gold.
Somebody has an announcement.
Queen, do we put our little? Can you put up your beautiful flyer? I like your flyer.
Which one?
For the Thanksgiving program that we're having.
Oh, that one. Okay, well, let me do this one right here, right here, right there, right here.
I want to know what music you played at the beginning. Can we have that? Know what that is?
Yes. So this is what's happening Friday.
Oh, Scott Covington, Lord have mercy.
And the Satin Dolls girls.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord. And this is Shelly K right here. Shelly K is going to come on today, and I forgot that Sky, I didn't see where Sky had responded.
Okay.
So she will be here tomorrow, Friday with the Satin Girls, but she's got to come on at a whole nother time, I told her, because she has a whole story
Yeah.
by herself. Well, all of them do, but Shelley, oh Lord, her life has been so
Full.
indescribable, and what she has gone through. And it's like, I'm still here.
Wow, look at that cane. I'm really impressed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's a
Yes,
vocalist.
and now.
Yeah, all these sisters right here can sing their asses off.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. And her show is exciting. So Sky has been on a couple of times, and she let me know her husband had changed shifts, so she got to do morning things with him to get him off to work and stuff.
Okay.
But she pops in whenever she can. But yeah, that's going to be a really interesting show, because I know these sisters, and it's going to be on and popping.
All right.
So all of them will be here on
Yeah,
Friday?
well, she hasn't secured each one of them, but that's the intent, that they would all be here.
Sandals will be represented.
We get to, yeah. So she's excited and stuff,
That sounds great.
Flyer. I like this flyer. Hold on.
Excited.
Who
So
did it?
Deitra, how did you like working with on Canva, girl?
It was nice. I really want to give kudos to Dr. Nicole, because she stepped in and helped me to understand how to make it work. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's very user friendly.
Yeah. It's not hard.
No, it's not at all.
Cut and paste.
Yeah.
Save and drop.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Slide and move. Open and close. Basic things. Let's see.
Oh, this is nice. What is this?
This is for our show. And November the 27th, Sunday, from 4 to 8:30. And these all the people so far that are performing. This is pretty much what it is. Danielle belly dancing, Mama Het African dancing, and my husband is. I told him he's gonna when he picks the songs, he's gonna send them to you all, so you can make those discussions. The sister that's going, what is her name?
Takesha.
Yeah, she's gonna be there. There's gonna be a show from Goddess. And At Peace is performing, and Lolly is performing, and me and my husband are performing.
Yay.
What does it cost?
It's $30.
Okay.
And the vending is going to be more so artists, like artists like artists selling.
Okay.
We're going to make a gallery out of the other side. And yeah, we're going to have some food, and it's going to be one hot tamale show, I'm telling you. And so if you want to help, we're asking you people to become affiliates. And affiliates is, so if you help sell tickets to the events, then like in this particular one, we divide the 30 into 3 parts. So 30, so out of $10, $30, $10 goes towards the expenses of the event. $10 goes towards LEAP, because we're raising money to buy the building for the community. And then $10 goes towards whoever sells the tickets. And for us, it's a minimum of 10 tickets in order to get blessed like that.
Okay.
Otherwise, the affiliate program is a minimum of 20 tickets. So if you sell 50, that's my goal. Because I'm going to California, right, for Nawili's birthday. So that 50 tickets reaps me $500. That's going to be my play money when I go to California. So I've already sold 4. and
Oh,
it's not
good.
even October. So
Mm.
I'm determined. My husband and I will be, showcasing. All of this is original. All of this. We're not doing no cover tunes or nothing like this. This is
Okay.
us.
All
So
right.
that's what's so special. The dancers, we're not choreographing or, every little step has to be together. No, these sisters, because that's what they can do and that's what they do, are dancing freestyle to the music. And we got percussion, and the band is like second to none. So I know that it's going to be out of sight. We got these are the three chefs that I want. One is Mama Raziya. One is this brother named Buddha, who makes like the best soups. And vegan soups. And then Nawili's niece makes like the best tacos and whatever else she makes. But those are our three chefs. And it's just gonna, I'm telling y'all, it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so it's gonna be off the chain. I get excited just when I've received Lolly songs, and my husband has received At Peace's songs, and then when we get to that part where we start rehearsing, who else somebody wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was just wondering how much is the vendor space?
The vendor for you would be $50. Yeah. Otherwise, it's $75 for the artist. But if you sold 10 tickets, you got if you sold 10 tickets, yeah, you got $100. So you got your money back.
No out of pocket, right?
No out of pocket. And the sweet thing is that, if you don't know, I'm telling you, this is a kick-ass show.
Yeah.
It
It
is
looks
a
to me.
kick-ass show. I'm telling you. So this is one you want your friends and your family that came from out of town and Thanksgiving with you. They're going to be here that Sunday. This is where you want them to be. And it's heavy in networking, and just a networking holiday gala is, and
It
it
sounds
kicks off.
great.
Yeah. And so, yep, Elizabeth we will be represented. Because you see that every one of these sisters on here, you don't know her, but she's definitely an Elizabeth. I just haven't talked to her yet to come on. This is a sister who has never hit her children. She doesn't believe in disciplining by violence. No matter what we call it, it is violence. Whether
Yes,
we in
yeah.
love, it is violence. And
Yeah.
so that's her game in life, is that message. And how can you do it? How can you still guide your children without having to hit them and stuff, so that's a conversation that's going to be very interesting, especially for those who believe, you don't hit the kid, you spoil them. No, it's a communication deficit, which I'm guilty of. When you don't know what else to say, or you can't get your point across, then you hit. And that just means we can't get our point across. That's really what it is. We can't get our point across, so we beat them. Me. Oh, and the play.
How can we get
Where's Mama Het? Mama Het.
Hello.
The play. Ladies, we're gonna do a play. And
the
so
vagina monologue.
the vagina, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I just need to pull it up.
No, I have it, but I have it, the script itself. It's not on the email. So now usually for Eve Ensler, she really appreciates people doing the play and everything. She asked that we do it in February, which is the awareness month, but but we can practice. I don't know. Anyway, we can practice and then have it ready. We can do it whenever. We can call a different February. We can have February whenever we want to have February.
What's special about February?
I don't know. I think it's awareness.
Black History Month.
Something, right. Something to do with, I'll look it up because it's on her website. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's how I fashion,
Oh,
and
thank you for that. Oh, love that.
her play, she also has one about menopause too. So I think we should look at that one because we're in all areas, aren't we?
Aren't we?
Yeah.
What's
Even
her
to the
name?
hair.
Sheena
Right.
and I saw the vagina monologues. We saw it.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
sister
Yeah.
performed it. It's absolutely charming. But
What's her name?
Eve Ensler, my sister or the lady who created it?
Creator.
Eve Ensler. Evie. If you put in vagina monologues, it'll come up. But Eve Ensler. But
Okay, family, I'm gonna need to leave at this
okay.
time.
All right.
Yep.
Love you, Deitra. Thank you
I
so
love
much.
Love you,
you.
Love
teacher.
you, honey.
Good to
Okay,
see
love
you.
you guys.
Love
Love
and
you
blessings.
too.
So the play, I fashioned some questions. I was when Sister Claudette was in, and I was saying that I created a document, a questionnaire for women of color because I wanted to. That's the area I'm interested in,
Yeah.
and fashioned some questions similar to that of Eve. And so I always make sure I give credit to people, but I did some questions similar to hers about ourselves. So I want to share that as well, but. Yeah, so I have the place, so we can. I think that'll be fun, Queen Adunia. I think that was a great idea for us to do. So, tell us more about it. You said we're gonna do a play.
Yeah. Well, we gotta create how
Um,
we're gonna do it.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Queen of Duty, can I have, are those physical flyers we can have about the 27th?
Yeah. I will send it to you. I will
Okay.
email it.
Okay, all right,
And,
good, because I want
because I
to.
did I? Are you on the internet? Because I did tag you. Both of them.
Yeah.
But when you have the control of uploading it, then you can do more to it than if I just tag you. In my mind. Do
Huh?
you upload to your Facebook and stuff?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah. And then if you wanted to send it out to your friends, you have it in
Okay.
the original,
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to
JPEG.
do. That's what I
Yeah.
want to do.
Yep. So we're also talking to where Nawili is at. What's the name of that area?
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg, about them managing the art side, the gallery. Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't have to do too much and yeah. So I'm looking out for my Elizabeth, but I'm not trying to get a lot of I want the stuff that the vendors have. I want it to be original stuff, not where you ordered everything from somewhere. So
Yeah.
you already fit, Mama. So already fit. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun. The goal is that by the 1st of November, we are telling people that we are sold out. Bam! Right?
Yep.
We are sold out. You got to wait for the next show.
Mhm.
And this is to really showcase us in what we do. And yeah, what we do. So we're going to be having this monthly because we got to raise money for a building, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Yeah.
Okay.
So did y'all go to, yeah, I'm going to look at my calendar, Evelyn, and see what day we can go and see I can take you to the movie.
Okay.
Excellent movie. Mama have you seen it yet?
Oh my
Where
goodness.
are you going? Because I'd like to go when you're going.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just look at the calendar right now. We're just all sitting here. Evelyn needs to go in the daytime so that she can get back for the baby.
I'm good on a Tuesday or Wednesday. How's that? I'm good Tuesday or Wednesday in the morning. I mean Tuesday and Thursday. I'm good during the day, whatever, how you do it.
Uh-huh.
Me too. Me
Okay.
too. I'm good those days too.
So we talking this Thursday? I don't know.
Yeah, let me go to Imagine Theater and see what they have.
I think the first one starts at 12. They used to start at 10.
I know, right? Let me see.
You talking about Bel Air? Where do you want to go? The Bel Air one?
So we went to the Imagine in Royal Oak. You know what I'm talking about? Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
Main Street and
All stomping grounds.
yeah.
Juanita, have you been to see it yet?
Well, it started 12:30. Oh, Emax is 12:30, 3:45, 7, and 10:10.
No, I
yeah.
have not seen it yet either. And I'm like so in overload. I can't even add anything to my plate right
They
now.
don't even have it on Thursday. Ain't that some stuff? What the heck? That's a big. Where the heck? Okay, now they got it. Today is Woman King, but not tomorrow, but not Thursday. It's got what? It's gone on Thursday. They a trip. Ain't that something?
At the Imagine?
Yes. So we can only go today and tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. Yeah. Today they have it at 12:30. What time is it? Oh, it's only 10. They got it at 12:30 today. Or Emax. See, the Emax time is different. They have a 12:30 for standard movie and Emax. For
I don't
12.
know where you, but okay. I'm not seeing it.
Oh,
But I know what you're talking about, show.
yeah, I went to it. I just typed in the Google search Imagine Royal Oak, and they pulled up the
Okay, here it is
dates.
right here. Can you see it?
So yep, 12:30 is one. Two, the assisted listening, closed caption, chairs. Standard is 12:30. Assisted listening, closed caption. I mean, Skybox.
They all the same.
Ooh, my stomach.
Let me see right here, September.
Oh,
I don't
12:30.
see the other dates. You said that's the only, it's
Right.
tomorrow is the only one.
They're showing today and tomorrow. The Woman King is not there on Thursday and Friday. Ain't that something? They think they slick. I know what they're doing.
What they doing?
Well, they manipulate when it's our stuff. Because there was one time when they said you better check your ticket because they'll make it look like the black movies aren't doing well because they'll sell you tickets for another movie, but you get to go in to go see your movie, but to help so the numbers don't look like what they're doing. Mask how well the movies are doing, or to help it make it look like they aren't doing well, so they can't make their profit back. They're at least what they put into it back. Yeah, you know how they play game. There ain't nothing changed. Still doing the same stuff. I'm tripping that. Yeah, so today and tomorrow at 12:30. And tomorrow's woman, the Emax experience is 145. I don't have to have all that. I don't know what the Emax difference is. I ain't seen it, but
yeah, I just go to the
standard. Yeah.
Yep, it's just.
Oh, I forgot this Thursday. I got a dentist appointment at 12.
You busy today?
No, not really.
Queen Aduna, you busy today?
Today is my husband goes walking at 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's do it for next week. Let's not try to rush it. Let's do it for next week.
That's true. But I don't want the movie.
Is it there next week on Tuesday or Thursday?
Well, it's just a matter of finding out, where it's going to be at.
Okay. So it's gone from the theater after Wednesday? Mom had?
We don't know.
Well, for the Royal Oak, I didn't really look at. Let me go back. Let me see if if it's just playing early in the week or whatever. They don't have any more showtime. They don't have. I wonder if I could click on Woman King and see how they're doing it.